Welcome to my bubble where we do a little bit of adulting, a little bit of healing, and a little bit of creating. So, you see by the title, we back with another spiritual studies, and I'm actually quite hype about this topic because me and the Fae, like me and the Fae get along. Me and the Fae are connected. I love them, they love me. We're really one and the same, you know? So today, we are talking about the phoenix. You have heard of a phoenix. You know that a phoenix is very mystical. But I looked it up. So we're going to really see what the phoenix stands for, what it's about, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't remember what video it was that I mentioned it in. I want to say it was the numerology of 7, but I really don't all the way remember why I would even reference it in that. But I'll just be talking, so it might have been that video. But you remember, either way, in one of the videos I was talking about the phoenix scene in Harry Potter. Granted, phoenixes have always intrigued me even before that, but something about that scene, like it really just it sparked something in my heart chakra. It really, really did. And just phoenixes, I have adored phoenixes ever since. That 45 seconds might have made phoenixes my favorite bird. From there. Damn, is that fair to say? Because I do love griffins too. Yeah, but I might have to put a phoenix above a griffin. I might have to. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Woo, sorry. It is tired, but it is content day. So we're doing this. Anyway, what sparked this video was because I was watching, some time ago, I was watching Maleficent 2. And they were talking about her being the dark fae. And then when she died and turned into the other bird, even though it wasn't like the stereotypical red and all of that kind of imagery for a phoenix. Since she died and came back as something else, I was like, Phoenix? Like, I see you. And that made me go, are phoenixes part of the dark fae? So that's why I decided we're going to look into it. We're going to study a little bit. So here we are. Spiritual studies about the phoenix. So, according to Disney Disney is its own whole entire world and has its own definitions for all kinds of things, right? So when I searched phoenix, the Disney part was the first thing. Well, I've searched like, is the phoenix the dark fae or something like that, and the Disney definitions came up first. Now in the Disney world, the dark fae are a type of fairy within the Disney universe. They normally have green or pale skin. They have black horns, either naturally or they wear horned headdresses. And they have raven-like wings. Now, I also don't remember what other video it was in that I was talking about when I mentioned Wednesday. If you've seen Wednesday, the Netflix series, based on Addams Family, blah, blah, blah. If you've seen Wednesday, I mentioned how the scene where I'm drawing a blank on her mother's name, but when Wednesday was told, like, you're a raven, I'm a dove, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. Because that in particular was like, wow, that's my Gemini twins. Like, one is a raven, one is a dove, and they battle a lot. Like, are we light today or are we dark today? And that's actually quite funny because that's why my perspective on the world is different. That's why I can see things from all kinds of ways. That's why my mom will be like, you as a Gemini, I gotta know what face I'm talking to today. All of that kind of stuff. So a phoenix having raven-like wings, I was like, come on, baby. Yes, period. And then also in the Disneyverse, they are the same height as humans, which I guess makes sense. Maleficent looks like a human being in the sense of body type, body structure, whatever. Now, that's in the Disney world. But according to Britannica, here's what we know about phoenixes. Now, real quick pause / sidebar. I very much went into this thinking like there's a whole mythology, like a whole story behind phoenixes, in the way that, like, again with the likes, stop that. I figured there was a whole mythology, whole story, like origin story of some kind, in the way that, say, the Greek goddesses or the Greek gods have stories, and there's, you can read about their whole life. Come to find out, there's really not, or at least surface level, there's really not a story behind phoenixes. So, according to Britannica.com, in ancient Egypt and classical antiquity, they say a phoenix is a fabulous bird associated with the worship of the sun. Everybody knows about me. Me and the sun are besties. Okay? Me and the sun are besties. The Egyptian phoenix is said to be as large as an eagle, with brilliant scarlet and gold plumage and a melodious cry. Which some birds screech, other birds cry. If you know, you know. Now, apparently only one phoenix existed at a time and lived a long time. Like, there's no ancient authority lists that says, or that mentions, a phoenix having a lifespan of less than 500 years. Come on, eternal. Come on, immortal. Very much that. Now, towards the end of the bird's life or cycle, whatever, however you want to view it, whatever perspective you want to take, apparently the bird will make a nest of aromatic bough and spices, then set it on fire, and is consumed by the flames. How not beautiful, but poetic in a way. Very what's her name? Virginia Woolf, walking into the river with stones in your pockets. Very for a purpose, not afraid. Very that. From the pier, I don't know. I know words, but I don't know words. From the pyre, miraculously comes a brand new phoenix, little baby phoenix, which would embalm its father's ashes in an egg of myrrh, and then fly to Heliopolis, aka the city of the sun, in Egypt, and it would deposit the ashes in the egg on the altar in the temple of the Egyptian god of the sun, Re. That's so beautiful. But that was interesting to me because the rebirth aspect, I always interpreted it as the ashes somehow rebuild the same bird, not so much baby bird father's ashes. But that was interesting to me. But I guess that does make sense. It's a new generation. It's a new bird. Makes perfect sense. But there's also an alternative story that says a dying phoenix will instead fly to Heliopolis and immolate itself in the altar of fire. Then the young phoenix would rise, rather than going through the rebirth process somewhere else, then taking the ashes to the temple of the sun god. Either way, it's like an offering to Re. Bless. Now, Egyptians associate the phoenix with immortality. That symbolism had widespread appeal in late antiquity, right? The phoenix compared to undying Rome and appears on coinage of the late Roman Empire symbol of the eternal city. You know about the Romans. The Romans got their stories, got their meanings behind things. The Romans and the Greeks are really hand in hand. They're damn near the same thing in my mind, but the Greeks don't attack me. Like, please, just don't. As far as ancient Rome, ancient Greece, it's basically the same thing. In terms of stature and symbolism, I'm here for it all. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Phoenixes are widely interpreted as an allegory of resurrection and life after death, which is an idea that also appealed to like the emergent of Christianity. You know, God's coming back, blah, 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 all those kinds of things. The rebirth aspect of it. In Islamic mythology, the phoenix is identified with the Anga. Sorry, I'm terrible. They don't teach us very well in America. Which is the Persian Simorg. The Persian Simorg. Simorg? I'm sorry, I don't know. Is a huge mysterious bird, probably a heron, that was originally created by God with all perfections, but thereafter became a plague and was killed. So in Islamic mythology, the phoenix is identified with the Anga. Same concept as the Simorg, but the Islamic people, it's called the Anga. For Persian people, it's called Simorg. Same general concept though. But, you know, some, not even just religions, but cultures and people, period, one thing they're gonna do is have something that represents a plague or that represents death. Kind of sad that it had to be the phoenix though, but I mean, I kind of understand. I get the concept. But in general symbolism for a phoenix: immortality, resurrection, and life after death. In ancient Greek and ancient Egyptian mythology, it is also associated with the sun god. Bless. The Greeks say the bird lives in Arabia near a cool well, which, like, of course, it's a bird of fire. You know, it has to stay somewhere cool, drink some water, all that. But in general, a phoenix is a symbol of rebirth, renewal, immortality, healing, and the eternal fire. I love phoenixes. I fully intend, I kind of don't want to put y'all in my business, but it's also like, remember I said this first, and you're also going to eventually see it, so it's cool. You know how all the girls will get the red dragon tattooed on their thigh? I'm here for the thigh tattoo. I think it's cute. I think the concept is cute. I never wanted a dragon. But me, I want to get a phoenix thigh tattoo. I think that would be so sexy and so fire. And I always had a connection to the phoenix, and either way, for me, it always meant something, and it always just is a reminder. Really, phoenixes are a reminder to me that you can always start over. There's always the ability and the potential to start over, and you can start anew. So having it on my thigh and on my dominant side too, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be so lit. I still have to find a tattoo artist to like sketch it out with me and blah blah blah. But whenever y'all see me, I'm sure it'll be its own video. So whenever y'all see me with the phoenix tat, it's over. Just know that. Whenever down the line I do a tattoo, tattoo tour, just know the most important ones to me is my entire sleeve and my phoenix thigh tat. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Well, yeah, that's surface level. Well, I say surface level because if you're new here, all spiritual studies is just surface level research, but we can always spin the block and go deeper into a certain topic if you would like. But so yeah, that's the surface level meaning of a phoenix. Not sure that there is a deeper meaning. Not sure if there is a whole like mythology story, mythology past. If you know, put me on. Lead me to a website or something that I can read and learn about it. A documentary, whatever. I'm here for it all. But yeah, if you made it to the end of the video and you don't know me, hi. My name's Naori. Stick around, you love it here. Duh. Embrace being a star. Subscribe. Follow my socials. I'm posting twice a week and I'm consistent all the time. But while you're waiting for the next video, you could always, run back on my channel and watch things. Go through the playlists, scroll through my channel in general. Doesn't matter. You're gonna come across at least 5 videos that you're interested in. I guarantee it. So yeah. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I'd rather be smoking weed.